Hello, my students. How are you? Okay, please. Today we are going to talk about Unit 8, A Point of View, Grammar, Workbook, page 69, to identify the first conditional clauses. Okay. Now, first of all, I want to make introduction about first conditional clauses. First conditional clauses, if you go to your booklet and you can see or you can watch that we use first conditional sentences to refer to a possible condition and possible result. For example, if we miss the train, comma, we will catch the next one. Now, look at the form of if clause. Look at the sentence here. It contains two sections. Here is cause and here is result. Okay? Now, look at the form here in your booklet, page 35. If clause and main clause. Look here in if clause, we use a present simple verb. And you know what is simple present verb because I revised you in the last lesson. Okay. Now, if plus subject plus present simple verb. You can look here. If the subject is singular, you add verb with s or es. If the subject is a plural, you put the base verb in base. Okay? Look here in main clause, here the subject plus will plus base verb. Okay? Now, you can also change main clause in the beginning and if clause in the end. Here, main clause, subject plus will plus base verb. Here, if plus subject plus present simple plus the complete of the sentence. Okay? Look at the examples here. If you visit the zoo, you will see fascinating animals. So, the cause here, if you visit the zoo, you will see fascinating animals. This is the result of your cause. And look here, this is if. After if we have subject, the subject is a plural, so we put the verb in base. Look at the main clause, here we use the future tense model with base verb. So, the second one, a lion will not learn to hunt if it is not born in the wild. A lion will not learn to hunt if it isn't born in the wild. Look here, we can put main clause here and if clause here. If Joe doesn't work harder, he will fail his exams. The cause that, the result that Joe doesn't work harder, he will fail in his exam. Look here, we can negate or make if in negative with doesn't and don't. Don't for plural and doesn't for singular. Look with me here, please. First conditional clauses, it divides in two types. If clause and main clause. Here, if clause with the present tense, but main clause with future. We are thinking here with main clause about future. Here we have cause and here we have result. Note, in the first conditional, we use models. Shall, will, can, may, plus base verb. Here with main clause. In the first conditional, we use models. Why I told you this note? Because I explained about zero conditional and you notice that in zero conditional, there is no models with main clause. Okay. Now, look at more examples here with me. If you visit Jerash, you can see the ruins. If you study hard, you will get high marks. I will be happy if you do your homework. So I can change, put main clause here and if clause here. Okay. Now, with me please, again, more examples with conditional clauses with affirmative and negative. Look how I can put the sentence in affirmative again. If it rains, look here, the subject is singular, so I put the verb with s, comma, I will wear a coat. Negative, if it doesn't. Why I put doesn't? Because I negate the sentence with doesn't, with singular. I use here simple present. So, simple present negative for simple present with doesn't and don't. Doesn't for singular and don't for plural. And you know that because I explained it before. Yes, comma, I will not wear a coat. Look here, if they study hard, they will success. Okay, this is affirmative sentences. Now, if I want to negate it or make it negative, if they don't study hard, they will not success. So, don't for plural, when I make negative for present, doesn't for singular. Okay, my students? Okay, now let us go to exercise 1, or before exercise 1, before exercise 1 here in the booklet at page 38. Now, let us make revision for simple present. Look here, present simple, affirmative form. Here with singular, he, she, it, we put the verb with s, swims, watches, carries. With the plural, we, like we, you, they, pronouns or nouns, we put the base verb like swim. I take base verb. Be careful that I take base verb with simple present. Look here, I want to negate simple present. How I negate? Make negative form. Singular, he, she, it, or any noun, singular noun, I make negative with doesn't. Doesn't, then the base verb. Don't forget doesn't and don't. Take base verb after them. Plural, we, you, they, we make negative with don't. I with don't. Be careful that I in simple present take don't in negative. Okay? Look here with the question form. Here we have auxiliary verbs or helping verbs do and does. When I want to make a question with simple present, I use do for we, you, they, I, does with singular. So do with the plural and does with singular. Now with me please, look here, open at page 38 to do the exercise. Yes? Fill in the blanks with the correct forms of the verbs between brackets. Now, look at the first sentence. Look at the first sentence. If we, here we have we, and we have not, okay? If we have negative here and we have the subject in a plural, we put do. So, we take not with do. Don't stop. Then, after don't or doesn't, we put the base verb. Okay, cutting down so many trees, our oxygen supply. Supply what? Here we have many clothes. Many clothes need one of the models will, shall, can, may. So I put will, then I put be. Will be. If we don't stop cutting down so many trees, our oxygen supply will be endangered. Okay? Will be endangered. Here, the base verb, and here we must put models in the main clause. Here is the if clause, and here is the main clause. Here is the cause, and here is the result. Now, if they catch the bus, here is if clause. Complete subject with verb and object, comma, they model will arrive, and the verb in the base. Look here, if the weather singular, so I put does with not. Doesn't improve, and the verb in base verb. If the weather doesn't improve, we, look here, we will not have a picnic. So I make the sentence a picnic. Sorry, I make the sentence in negative. Here I use simple present, and the negative with simple present is doesn't and don't. Look here, they will go to the party if they. Now from B we have are, or we take are. They are invited. I will buy a new dress if I have enough money. Be careful that from B I take is for singular, are for plural. Okay, don't forget them. There are not new. Thank you very much.